You know, one thing we haven't covered yet, and this would be a good time to do it, is once we're done in RAW, what do we do from that point forward? So let's go ahead and open up this one right here at 2429. Got it open, doing things to it, changing it around, making it what we want it to be. Let's come down to this button down here and make sure we're on 16-bit channels, and then, have some fun. Let's just do a few things real quick. I'll take down the clarity and the vibrance and maybe a little bit of saturation. Make it look, I don't know, a little bit like a painting. That's all. You're done. You've been working on this thing for an hour and a half. You love it. What are your choices? You can say, I wish I had not done any of this, and click Cancel. You can hold down the Alt key on the word Cancel and change that to Reset. You can click the word Done. What does that mean? When you select Done, you're saying to the computer, I'm not bringing this into Photoshop, but I want to save my changes. Just take me back to the bridge. But if you want to open the image, you would click the Open Image button right here. Now, if you're holding the Alt key down, you can open it as a copy. That's what you want to do. Let's just go ahead and open it. The image is there exactly the way we saw it in RAW plugin, and now we can do things that Photoshop does to it that RAW can't. But you might notice this. I want to mention something. You come up here to the word Filter, and you'll notice that Filter Gallery, which I really do like, Distort, Pixelate, and Digimark watermarks are all grayed out. And let's assume that those are things you wanted to do to the image. The only reason they're unavailable is because of the bit depth of the image. If you go to the word Image on the pull-down menu and go down to Mode, we are in 16-bit channels. There are some things still, even in Photoshop CS6, that cannot be performed on a 16-bit image. My suggestion in terms of workflow here is do everything you can to the image before you do this. Change it back to 8 bits. And when you do, the image really isn't going to change. But if we go to the word Filter, then everything is available. So I do get this question occasionally. Then why did we even bother to put it into 16-bit? Well, remember, 16-bit is trillions of pieces of color information, and 8-bit is 16.7 million. Not quite as many. The human eye can only see about 5 to 7 million in the first place, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But when you're working on images, having that extra stuff there makes the work in the modifications go better. At the end, because of output to print, you may have to convert it back to 8 anyway, but it's best to work in 16-bit, and that's where actually the Camera Raw does its best work anyway. On to the next.